Midnight broadcast.
Please direct your attention to the...
Come on! Hey, crank up the volume and wake up the neighbors. Are you hearing this or what? Is your heart pounding with the beat? Am I getting through to you? Show me what you got. I'm counting on y'all.
Okay, man, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
Break it down like this.
Lesson 1. Basic hip. Basic to hip is the concept of digging. Dig. How would you define dig?
Well, you know, man, like when you dig something.
Well, yes.
Dig, baby.
Lesson 2. Vocabulary building. No doubt some of the expressions Mr. Romo has just used are unfamiliar to you. Let's examine some of these phrases more closely.
Dig. Dig it. Dig yourself, baby. Forget it. Dig. Dig it.
Well, yes.
And now, Jinx and Electo get a drink. Here I am, once again, creeping my way through the floors. I'm here to collect my big boss's debt, and something tells me it's yours. Slinking my way through the hall, it's only your bodies that fall. All bloody red walls, exsanguinate sprawls, no matter the horde, it's a one-sided brawl. Tick, tick, tock, on my way to the top now. Time's the only factor till we get to the showdown. Ain't nothing you can do to stop or slow me now. I think you'd better give up, my friend. I know you're here, I smell your fear, and it's making me want you more. There's no escape, I'll have your red consumed or on the floor. I'll sneak and creep and crawl and sink and fade into the shadows. I'll make you think you're on the brink and reveal that it's the shallows. I'll drink and drink and drink until there's no more. Then leave my card, take your head and go back to the first floor. Where we came from, there are many more, and I won't give up the hunt, my friends. Now once again, here I am, crashing my way through the doors. I'm here to collect my ravenous debt, and inside of me it roars. Immense strength set free. Glowing red eyes spells your demise, a blur in the dark and a bite on your neck. Once I have your scent, you'd better repent. Tick, tick, tock, on my way to my prey now. Time's the only factor till I show you just how hungry a jinx can really get now. I think you'd better start running, my friend. I know you're here, I smell your fear, and it's making me want you more. I'll have your red consumed, or all upon the floor. I'll sneak and creep and crawl and sink and fade into the shadows. I'll make you think you're on the brink and reveal that it's the shallows. I'll drink and drink and drink until there's no more. Then leave my card, take your head and go back to the first floor. Where they came from, there are many more, and I won't give up the hunt, my friends. Tick-tock goes the hungry clock now. Red grains through a bloody hourglass, ticking every way towards critical mass. And soon I'll be back on the hunt, my friends. Hello, 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 Lackeys. You didn't expect that one to play. Yeah, it's one of my older songs that I really feel like I don't give as much love to as I honestly should. Because I really like those little sound effects like the clock and the ding and all the laughs and stuff that I mixed in myself and the knife sounds. Shout out to, my brain is blanking on the name of the artist. It's on the description of the original video that is on my channel. We got some background vibes for us. Bam. There we are, there we are. Yeah, for some reason I've only had the other two on my Stream Deck up until now. So now we've got 3 of them to pick between. I made myself some pizza rolls at work today. Been munching on them in the background here while everything's going on. I'm gonna take one more bite before we get into our tradition for the evening. Okay. Sorry for the late start again, by the way. I was just needed later at Pizza Pantheon, and I can't really blame them for needing help. And y'all know me. If someone's in need of help, I tend to do whatever I can to help. So do keep in mind that throughout the summer season, just because our hours are a lot more busy, and they have a lot more rushes coming through, there's a solid chance that more streams in the future might be a little bit like delayed or starting a little later. But every time something like that happens, I will try to let you all know as soon as I can. And we will still be going for the full, what's the word for it? The full 4-hour time. That way we can still get to enjoy the full length of what we would have, even though it's delayed. Yep. I love Beepus. It's like, especially without the crazy amount of carbonation it comes with naturally. Such a refreshing drink. I don't like the static water when it's too staticky. Then I can't see the video I'm trying to watch on the old CRT TV. Alright. Enough with my stupid metaphors? What was that? Oh god. This is to this as that is to that. I always forget what the fuck that was in school that we were taught, but I'm really good at them. It's like, you know, banana is to chimpanzee as, I don't know, bread is to human. It's one of those things that kind of makes you think outside the box and, like, make connections. It was one of the few things in my spelling packets and, like, spelling work that I had to do throughout high school and middle school that I didn't mind. 'Cause, like, it's not about my fucking, like, spelling of some intense word. It's about making realistic, like, brain connections. Thinking about what the word means rather than having to spell the shit perfectly. Oh my god. Or in cursive. I don't know about you guys, but I had... I'm gonna go on a mild tangent before we get into our tradition for the evening. But when I was in elementary school, when my dyslexic ass was just trying to understand basic fucking print words half the time, and properly, like, comprehend them and not, like, misremember how they're spelled and shit, in elementary school, starting at like 3rd or 4th grade, we were given 2 spelling packets every single week. Every week. Each packet was like 5 pages. We're talking like fill in the blank, we're talking crossword, we're talking word scramble, as well as like rewriting the word, rewriting the definition, and like, oh my god. First one, difficult for me with my dyslexia, but I eventually would get through it, was in print. The fucking second one was in cursive. I'm glad cursive is a dead language. I don't even feel bad about that. I genuinely despised its very existence with every fiber of my being. Something about cursive just felt like a big middle finger, like fucking right up my ass every time that I had to fucking figure something out. It was... Oh... Sorry, I need to stop myself before I go down this tangent. Alright, let's go ahead and get into our tradition for the evening. You still have suspicions that you have dyscalculia numbers dyslexia. I didn't know that was a separate thing. I always mix numbers in my brain. You guys have seen that live plenty of times. Hey, here's this 4-digit code. Okay, reads 4-digit code 3 times, goes to door, immediately scrambles the code somehow. I just assumed they were one and the same. Maybe they're very comorbid. But without further ado, let's move into our tradition for the evening. I don't know why our music keeps trying to play the next song at the end, even though it's looping the same song here, but... Let me switch it up slightly. We'll go over here. What's this one sound like? There we go. Crank you down nice and quiet down there where you won't be interrupting too much. Blink, blink. Alright. Oh, this is the one tradition that I forgot to turn on. There we go. Tonight's video is, well, not necessarily a game theory per se. Is a food theory that really caught my fucking attention when it showed up in my feed. Do you see that name? Stop drinking water. Yes, really.
Hey, listen.
Like, if this was any channel other than food theory, I would feel like this is a, like, bait. Like, they're gonna fucking rug pull out from under me and, like, leave me tumbling on my ass, right? At the end with just, like, clickbait. And they'd be like, actually, drinking water is good for you at the end of it or some shit like that. And then I'm gonna be pissed. But this is fucking food theorists. That's kind of crazy. I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go. Let me make sure we've got that premium quality, as well as all captions turned on. And let's see what the fuck is awaiting us. Can you play, please?
100% of people who drink water will die, eventually. But with everyone obsessed with their water bottles these days and
I'm not gonna lie, this first chunk right here immediately reminded me of an old meme that I love, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm gonna share it with y'all. Those of you scientifically brained might be able to piece together what I'm doing here, but dihydrogen monoxide is an extremely highly present chemical in the world and extremely deadly. I'm not joking when I say inhaling even a small amount of dihydrogen monoxide can end up leading to extreme bodily complications, as well as possibly even organ damage if it's not expelled quick enough. The worst part about it is it's heavier than air, which means that it actually fucking is able to get into, like, your lungs or something and just sit there unless you get it removed. Dihydrogen monoxide is also deadly if consumed in too high of quantities, and once someone has taken dihydrogen monoxide into their system at least once in their life, they will die if they do not continue to consume more dihydrogen monoxide. That's not a joke. They have 3 days to get their next dose of dihydrogen monoxide, or they die. And it is everywhere. Look it up.
will die, eventually. But with everyone obsessed with their water bottles these days and folks chugging more H2O than ever, I gotta ask, are we drinking too much?
I mean...
Hello, Internet! Welcome
I can
to
see
Food
it.
Theory, the show that's as crisp as a cold glass of water on a hot summer day. Speaking of...
Considering if it is off of the, like, amount that people drink, that does make sense. You want to know why? I tend to get a 2-liter of Beepus every day. Well, most days when I get off work. Said 2-liter and maybe like a couple cans or like a couple glasses of milk separate lasts me for like 2 days in terms of hydration. And I'm not like sitting here like like a fucking fish out of water. I've literally got a water bottle down there if I feel like I'm getting dehydrated, but I usually don't. Because I've also found out milk is actually better at hydrating you than plain water is, because, at least if you're not, like, drinking the water with a meal. And the reason why is because milk has fats and sugars that triggers your digestive system to start, which means that you actually retain the liquid for longer rather than it running straight through you. That's why it seems like sometimes when you chug a bunch of water, it goes straight through you, because your digestive system isn't active. So it's not, like, properly absorbing it as much as it could. Fun facts with Jinx.
of water. I don't know if you noticed, but society has become quite infatuated with drinking water as a
I don't know, I like
Back in
soda
my day,
and
you had
blood.
a Capri Sun for lunch, a few sips of metallic water from the drinking fountain, and maybe, if you were lucky, you could drink
I always
out of the
hated
garden.
those water
that
fountains.
was your hydration for the day. But in the past few years, water has
Like-
gone from a boring drink to
I don't know how many of you have ever used these stupid water fountains. They are the most, like, unsanitary thing that could ever exist. Period. And you're making, like, all of the kids at a school use this, and trust me, you're gonna need it at some point. Especially after gym, when you've just done like some crazy, stupid ass goddamn thing, and you need, like, even if you bring your own water bottle, you chug that down. What do you do now? You go and refill it at one of these. Like, the whole headpiece, like right here, is just nothing but a breeding ground for bacteria, and it's where the fucking water comes out of. I hate these things with every ounce of my being. And they make them the only, like, good available option. I even remember at some point, because the water fountains were usually outside a bathroom so that the pipes could be easily split off from, like, the, like, main feed or whatever, right? I heard someone claim in my school that the water for the fucking, like, drinking fountain was recycled from the toilets. Now, I know that's not fucking true, but that just goes to show how much people don't fucking think these are good for your health.
metallic water was your hydration for the day. But in the past few years, water has gone from a boring drink to something you can't leave home without. You got Stanley, who made water bottles fashionable.
I leave home without water all the
in case your
time.
water's too bland, and everyone in their
I won't lie, I did think about getting air up pods at some point in the past. I don't remember, like, where I saw them and was like, I really want to get those, but I've also seen quite a few reviews that say they're, like, not as good as people say they are.
their grandmother telling you,
You
nay,
de la
ordering
toilette,
you
literally.
to drink more water. At this point, it feels like drinking water has become more than just a basic necessity for living. It's kind of cultish. And I'm not talking about Liquid Death or Diet Coke kind of cult either. But I'd be lying if
Was
I
a
didn't
Diet
admit
Coke
I was
cult?
definitely a card-carrying
I didn't know
member
about
of
that.
the Can't Leave My House Without My Awala Club. Case in point, one evening, I was planning on
I
taking
don't know what
Claudia
an
out for
Awala
dinner
is.
near Miami. You know, good husband stuff, because I'm a freaking legend.
I should
But
set my
before we
lighting.
could go, both of us had to, no, were compelled to, make sure we had refilled our water bottles before we left the house. That's right, we both made sure we had 40 ounces of water
Why?
on us each before we went to the restaurant. That serves water. It was at this point that I
that would have been, you're literally going to get food. Even I couldn't follow that thought process, man. And I live on chaos. You're going to somewhere with food and drink, and you're bringing a water bottle. Your refills are probably free. Like, I can't relate to this shit. I've had plenty of water bottles throughout my life. I never end up reusing them more than like a few times, I swear.
I started to realize maybe I had let my desire to stay hydrated get a bit out of hand. But
Yeah.
water is good for us,
Also,
right?
people forget you get water from the food you eat if it's moist. You get water from anything that's not water that you drink, because, spoiler alert, 90% of liquids that you drink end up having quite a bit of water in them.
So this society-wide shift towards drinking more water must also be good, right? But what if we perhaps swung the pendulum too far the other way? Are we drinking too much water? I mean,
That
how
is
much water does a
possible.
person actually
There was a
need in
famous
day?
case where a
like
lady,
a tall
like,
glass of water.
I think it was,
Today,
oh
I
my
aim to
god,
get
I literally remembered the name. There was literally a radio show called No Wee for a Wee or something like that. And the whole idea was that they had like a contest where people could come down and they would drink like, I think, a gallon of water or something like that. And they had to like hold it and not go to the bathroom for like so long. I think it was like 2 hours or like 90 minutes or something like that. And they had to like hold it without going to the bathroom or like puking once they'd finished drinking it. And I'm not even joking, a lady died from it. Like, her bladder burst and she fucking died. Or like, at least was hospitalized at bare minimum. So, yes, there is very much such a thing as too much water, especially if you're not relieving yourself.
To the
And if you're going to the bathroom like 30 times a day because of how much water you're drinking, that might be a problem.
With knowledge, as we find out whether these emotional support water bottles are causing us to overhydrate. Let's start by wetting our whistles and asking ourselves, why is water so gosh darn special? I mean, as far as we know, water is not only critical for human life, but it's a prerequisite for life as we know it to exist. While the average
Carbon
person
and water
can, in extreme circumstances, go on for a few months without eating, if that same person went just 3 days without water, they'd be cooked. And almost literally. But why? Well, you see, it all comes down to the fact that water has some pretty...
I was gonna say, I bet you one of the main ones about being cooked is because chemical reactions cause heat. At least most of the time, unless they're a specific, like, controlled reaction, right? So, metabolism, fun fact, when you're metabolizing something, calories? Yeah, those are like a unit of energy, like volts or amps. Not even joking. And the reason why is because your body literally combusts things that it can that are calories in order to create energy chemically, which causes heat. And if you don't have coolant for your water-cooled PC, things are gonna go very bad.
Unique chemical properties that end up being critical for some of our most basic bodily functions to even work. For example, water is what's known as the universal solvent,
oxygen.
meaning that it's really good at dissolving other substances submerged in. Better than any other liquid in the universe, actually. This makes water the perfect medium to dissolve all of the waste products our body produces, so that we can release them from our body in the form of urine. Not only that, but nearly every chemical reaction your body needs to do to keep you upright basically needs to happen in water. No water means no reactions, means no living. Water is also
like a
great
catalyst.
Grow up, guys, come on. It not only softens and cushions the spaces between our joints and vertebrae, but also keeps
it's actually
our
a horrible lubricant
like
for that regard, by the way. Just warning you, don't try to use that as lubricant.
Water is really good at holding onto heat. Therefore, when our bodies get too hot, that heat can be funneled into water and released outside of the body in the form of sweat, thus cooling us off. But water doesn't just make it so that we can survive, but thrive as well. Proper hydration has been linked to many a benefit that, while not critical for survival, ends up being the real-life version of a stat buff. Tons of experiments, for example, have shown a strong correlation between proper hydration and brain function. Even tiny amounts of dehydration, sometimes as little as a few percentage points, can negatively affect memory, concentration, and even lead to increased feelings of anxiety.
I think I figured out where my Swiss cheese brain comes from. I think I'm just dehydrated, guys. Hold on. Down's entire 2-liter of carbonated drink like an elf. Okay.
Talks about this a bit in a game.
I didn't know it was that intense.
But it's tough. I understand if you don't want to. Proper hydration has also been shown to help stave off headaches, maximize your athletic performance, and even keep your poop chugging along. And the thing that keeps my sleep chugging along? Today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. Listen, I had my old mattress for 8 years, but it was just,
Get this. Out.
For jumping on every mattress and bringing your own.
Skip ahead.
Episode. Now let's dive back in.
Be gone.
So the importance of staying hydrated is as clear as, well, water. That was too easy. I know. I'll be better. So why don't we just constantly chug down gallons of water to keep our brains sharp and our joints from cricket?
Well, fun fact. Not only does your bladder fuck you up, but your cells can actually be drowned from the inside by taking in too much water. Cellular osmosis and levels of, like, salt in versus water in your blood is extremely important. Otherwise, your cells just kind of like let everything inside them out into the environment, like they disintegrate. It's not very good for you, period.
clickety crackling. Well, as it turns out, it is true that too much of a good thing can be bad. You see, your body can only handle so much new water at one time. For example, your kidneys, the organ responsible for filtering your blood and maintaining your
Basically
body's
makes
fluid levels,
pee.
can only handle around 1 liter or about a quarter gallon of fluid per hour. If you end up drinking much more than that, well, that water has to go somewhere, and that somewhere is into your cells. The reason why this happens is a bit complicated, but to put it simply, when you drink too much water, your body has too much water and too few electrolytes.
Yep,
You know,
electrolytes
those
are
minerals
salts.
like sodium and potassium that you find in
Yeah.
sports drinks, with Gatorade
That's
and
what I was
Powerade being
saying.
the prime examples there.
Gotta have
But
enough
due to this
electrolytes
imbalance
to
of
match
water and
the
electrolytes,
liquid.
the excess water starts flooding into your cells and causes them to swell. And for those of you thinking, "Aw, sick, drinking too much water makes me swole."
No, it's the
Noise.
pyrocynical
No,
kind
not
of swole.
noise. While swollen
You don't want
calves
that,
and
trust
biceps
me.
might sound dope, you know what doesn't sound dope? A swollen brain. All of that water
True.
also flows into your brain cells as well. Being trapped inside of a thick skull, a swollen brain has nowhere to expand, and the increased pressure on your cranium starts to cause the early warning signs of water intoxication.
That's actually what makes, like, any sort of swelling in your brain so dangerous. Because your brain is inside a immovable dome of bone. Most other things, when they swell, they can, like, maybe, like, even dislocate, like, a finger or something like that in intense cases, right? If it, like, swelled inside the joint. But when it comes to this sort of swelling, it's like a pressure cooker getting ready to explode. It's not good.
Including headaches, drowsiness, and confusion. And unfortunately, in some rare cases, people have died from too much water consumption. In 1995, a British teen died after reportedly drinking
Wait, is this the one from the No Wee for a Wee?
about 7 liters of water in a 90-minute period. In 2007, a woman in the US died after participating
That's
in a
the No
radio
Wee for a
station
Wee.
contest that saw her drink nearly 2 gallons without going to the bathroom.
Holy
And
shit.
in probably the most heartbreaking
2
example,
Dude, I
an
thought it was a
11-year-old boy
gallon.
died in
It was
2020 after he was
double.
allegedly forced to drink just 3/4 of a gallon of water in a 4-hour period by his parents. I bring those stories up not because they're
Damn.
sad, but to show that too much water is a very real thing. And the amounts
Yeah.
of water we're talking about are high, but not unfathomably high. Don't get me wrong.
And like, if you do it and like manage to relieve yourself or like start to feel sick, like don't force yourself to drink any liquid, obviously. But like, your body will do its damnedest to try and get that shit out of its system, like the kidneys were saying, where it's like it can handle the quarter, third, whatever, per like hour. So don't take any new water in, let your body deal with what it has so far, and then you can continue to hydrate if you need to. But dear Lord, it is not that difficult to get yourself hydrated. You just need to give your body time to let it actually get into your bloodstream.
You'd have to intentionally go out of your way to drink these quantities of water. 1.8
And that's why I like
gallons,
milk,
the
'cause it
amount of
also
water that
works
killed
it
that
into your
teen in the
bloodstream a
UK.
little
That's
better
the
than
equivalent
running
of
it
about
through your
6
system.
40-ounce Stanley cups that she drank in 90 minutes. For the average person,
Damn.
that's not even remotely feasible to do by accident.
No.
But that's an average person. Because
What the
there is a group
fuck?
of people out there who, by the nature of what they do, are surprisingly very susceptible to accidentally drinking too
runners.
much water. And that's
Because it
marathon
takes
runners.
time
The
to
people
get
who
into
are
your
constantly
system
losing
still.
water in the form of sweat while running. It may seem odd
And they
that
lose
drink
electrolytes,
too
too.
much water, but as it turns out, it's the fact that they're sweating.
Yeah,
that's
the sweat
problem.
is
Have you ever tasted
electrolytes.
sweat before? First off,
Salty.
gross. Second of all, you'll know that sweat is just
Don't
like
call me
most of the
gross.
League of Legends population. Incredibly salty. That means when marathon runners are sweating, they're not only losing water, but they're losing electrolytes too. Therefore, if they then choose to rehydrate themselves by drinking pure water,
Dangerous.
they'll be in the same scenario we warned about earlier.
So that's why Gatorade and shit like that exists. Oh my god. I mean, I knew it was to replenish electrolytes, but I didn't realize that it could actually be deadly just to drink normal water after running. Like, I never put the 2 and 2 of losing electrolytes and gaining water without electrolytes. That's that osmosis effect that I was mentioning earlier. That's kind of crazy.
Too much water, not enough electrolytes,
That-
swollen cells,
You
and
literally
bad news.
just repeated
Circling
what
back
I
to the
said.
topic
That's
at
funny.
hand, at this point, we know what happens to your body when you don't drink enough water and what happens when you drink too much water, both of which are no bueno. So the big question is, how much water should we drink? That turns out to be a pretty
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know how true this is, but one of my favorite, like, hydration tests is like based off of skin elasticity. So what you do is you like hold your hand out flat so that your fingers are like pointing out, and then you pinch the skin above like your middle knuckle on one of your fingers. Not the like back one, because that one's like usually a lot looser, and not the top one because you can barely even get anything, but like in the middle of your finger. And then you let go, and based off of how long it takes or how quickly it goes back into shape from the little like pinched up portion, that's supposed to be a way to tell how hydrated you are. No idea how true that is, but I've always remembered it.
Complicated question. The old adage that I and probably many of you heard growing up was that we were supposed to be drinking 8-ounce glasses of water a day.
It's like
but
2
where
liters,
does that
right?
come from? And is it even accurate? After doing a little bit of digging, the consensus seems to be that the origin of this 8x8 rule is a paper put out by the U.S. National Research Council and Food and Nutrition.
Oh, that
Board
works
back
on
in
pets too?
1945.
That's
They
so
said,
sick. I didn't know that.
Suitable allowance of water for adults is usually 2.5 liters daily.
2.5 liters comes
That's a
out to
lot.
roughly 84.
Yeah, 2 point... Dude, that's a lot, bro. Holy shit. Like, I may be like, oh god, I almost said 24. I may be 25 now and officially a hag in training, but I only weigh 145 and I'm 6'1". So like, I'm scrawny tall, right? But I'm an adult, like, decent sized, because I am tall. Even I think 2.5 is too much for me, and they're advertising this for, like, fucking children. Oh, wait, no. That said adults. I'm an idiot.
Said,
A suitable allowance of water for adults is
Me not reading the fucking message, me loses shit at message. How could they do this? Me understands I'm an idiot.
usually 2.5 liters daily.
That's still a
2.5
lot,
liters
though.
comes out to roughly 84.5 fluid ounces, which is way more than the 8-ounce glasses would get you. I don't know, man. This feels like one of those origin stories that doesn't really make much sense. But regardless
Yeah.
of where it came from, the rule has definitely hung around, being one of the top answers people find when trying to figure out how much water they should drink. But is
Thanks,
that enough?
Google.
Is it too much? Well, let's look at this from a pure biological perspective. Every day, we're losing water from our sweat, our breath, our pee, and yeah, even our poop. On average, a person loses about 2.5 to 3
Anything
liters
moist
of water
or
per
liquidy.
day. So an estimate that we need to drink about 2.5 liters to make up that difference makes sense. Still, that estimate of 2.5 liters does come from, you know, the end of World War II. So let's look at some more
Bruh,
modern
that's some
water intake
old
recommendations.
fucking
In 2005,
data.
what is now known as the National Academy of Medicine put out their own guidelines that suggest males between 19 and 30 years old should consume about 3.7 liters of water per day, and females 2.7 liters. And that may sound like a lot, but there's fine print. That's the amount of total water consumption. As it turns out, not
okay.
all of the water we
Okay,
consume
yeah.
during the day actually comes from drinking. Around
Literally
20% of
eating.
your daily water intake surprisingly comes from the food you eat, not your beverages. When factoring that into
Moist
consideration,
food
the National
means
Academy of
water,
Medicine says
baby.
young adults should be drinking between 2.2 and 3 liters per day. Not only does that line up with the 1945 number, but also roughly with what the European Food Safety Authority also recommended in 2010. But then again, every source I looked into for this said that even those estimates are just that, estimates. Things like age, climate, sex, diet, and activity
True.
level all play a role in
Also
determining
true.
how much water an individual person might need to drink. And many of those factors can change from day to day. So we're no closer. And I guess that's the thing, right? Drinking water doesn't make you healthy. Actually, nothing does. When you really think
Yeah.
about it, you don't become healthy. You make
You're-
healthy choices. If you drink copious amounts of soda or Red Bull every day and you replace that with glasses of water, that's a healthy choice. The fact of the matter is, there's no magic formula or rule of thumb that I or anyone can give you to know how much water you need to drink in a day. There's
That
just
makes
too many
sense.
factors that make your
Yeah.
body unique. However,
why
you know who
doctors
does
exist.
know your body the best? Your body. You see, our fleshy
Oh,
meat
yeah.
sacks are super
This reminds me of one of my biggest like things that I always think of, cravings. Anytime your body is randomly craving something that you didn't intentionally start craving, it's usually because your body understands that last time it ate that, it got a nutrient or something like that that it is in need of currently. That's why pregnant women get tons of cravings, partially hormonal, but the other part of it is, well, I mean, I guess hormonal is just the signals of your body, so it makes sense that it would be hormonal anyways. But the idea is that, like, when you're pregnant and, like, creating a child, basically, from your own flesh and blood, from the ground up, you're gonna need a million different fucking, like, nutrients in a higher level than you've ever needed. And that's why your body craves those usually, is purely because you need something from it and it recognizes that that thing has it in some amount. And water, like he's probably gonna say here, is one of the even more attuned things that our body is, like, noticed of. Because, again, you can go weeks without food, but 3 days without water and it's donezo, so it definitely fine-tuned those senses.
We're good at giving us the signs we need to know whether we're staying at the right level of hydration.
Spicy
One
chicken
way to know it's
sandwich
time to
craving
drink
for the
water,
10th.
and I know it sounds cliche, but
maybe you're
whenever
craving
thirsty,
chicken
our
or
bodies have
something from the
evolved for
sauce.
millions
Try
of
to
years to
try
give
to
us
see
the
what
signs.
fits
All we
that
gotta
craving,
do
and then
is
maybe
read.
you
But
can
if you're
even
trying to
get
figure out whether
variety
you're getting
while
enough water
meeting
in
the
total,
craving.
look no further than your pee. I'm serious. The color of your urine can actually give you a pretty handy guide as to whether you're properly hydrated. If
It's
it
your
says
filter
yellow with the Food
fluid.
Theory logo, then maybe you should be trying to fit in a few more glasses a day. On the other hand, if your pee looks like water, you might be having too much of
Yeah.
the stuff. The ideal you're looking for in your pee is a nice pale yellow. If you're getting that on a consistent basis, then you're doing fine. And I think that's the biggest thing you should take away from this episode. You're probably doing fine. While I
Cool.
was researching for this, I ended up stumbling across this old clip
I like
from
how he's
fellow
like-
handsome YouTube extraordinaire.
He's literally sitting here like, listen, we've made a lot of things, like, unsure and, like, up in the air. We've debunked a lot of stuff. We've found out some things. Just don't panic, okay? You're gonna be okay. You've lived this long.
Dr. Mike
Doesn't
that I
want a
think
WebMD
perfectly
moment.
encapsulates how you should
Oh,
treat
Dr.
this water.
Mike!
I like when patients
I
take
love
initiative
Dr.
and put a
Mike.
focused effort to make sure that they're well hydrated. But when you cross that line and
He's
it
hot as
becomes something
shit.
that causes
Like-
anxiety in your mind, that could actually do more harm than good.
And if you think you're too emotionally attached to your
Goddamn,
bottle,
dude.
don't. Carrying around your bottle,
could give
whether
me a
it's
fucking
small
physical
one or
any
a
day.
10-gallon jug, a Stanley, or an Awala, is
He's
not
also a
making
very
you
nice
form a
dude.
dependency. If anything, it is encouraging healthier behaviors in people. The fringe cases of water intoxication or overhydration are not going to shoot up in number because of fashionable bottles. But at the same time, if you find yourself forcing down those last chugs of water just
Don't,
because you want to
no.
make it to the
Don't
bottom of
force
your motivational
yourself,
jug,
like I
that's
mentioned
when
at the
you get yourself
beginning.
into more dangerous territory. At the end of the day, you need to listen to your body, not some adage from 1945, and
He has a
definitely not some
massive
plastic
dog.
bottle that honestly is a bit
Damn, I
presumptuous
bet with
about my
pants
daily
like that. I
schedule.
mean,
so whether you're someone that knows they
doesn't he have
probably
one of the,
should
like,
drink
bear
more water,
hunting
but hasn't
dogs?
taken the
I
steps
forget what
yet,
the
or
name
you're
of the
someone
breed
like
is.
me who feels a bit naked whenever he leaves the house without his Awala, rest assured,
Dude, that
we're
looks like a
all
penis.
still
I like sleeper celled myself into I sleeper celled myself into a penis joke. Then sleeper celled myself, and then he sleeper celled me with the word naked, and then held that up, and my brain went, "Whoa, you can't be doing that on stream, bro! Holy shit!"
learning, and it's
And you
about
can't
making
tell me
healthy
I'm wrong
choices,
either.
not magically becoming healthy. And to that
Harry
I say,
Potter?
bottoms up. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Buen provecho.
Oh, it's Saint Bernard.
And if you're still thirsting
But
for
his
more water
name's
content,
Bear.
click
That's
the card
probably
on
why I
screen to see how
remember
one
it.
company turned the
I've always liked really big dogs. Me and Carnix had the new name that Rogue has picked, since they didn't really have a great handle that they were going by previously that they really liked. But me and Carnix, since, you know, he's my IRL brother, we actually were watching some videos on Discord the other day of the biggest dog breeds, because I love big doggos. Small doggos are nice. They're rabid as fuck by nature, but they're nice. But big doggos are literally like bears. Just like living, docile bears. And I feel like if you could domesticate bears, domesticated dogs and domesticated bears, it would be the best fucking friends. Period. You imagined riding a Great Dane like a horse? Probably, yeah. I mean, like, if they had a stronger back or you were a very light person, you probably could. When I was younger, like super, super young, my pit bull was strong enough that he would, like, let me kind of lay across his whole back, not just, like, saddle style like a horse, but I'd kind of lay across him since he was literally bigger than me with how big they, or how quickly they grow up. And he would, like, kind of carry me around the house a little bit. Not very far, I would never push him, or if he didn't want to, I would never get on him or whatever, but me and my doggo roughed around a lot, and he was like my brother in a way, because I didn't actually grow up with many siblings, if any, for most of my life. Alright, let's go ahead and get into our gameplay for the evening. It was funny, even though I was older than him, by the rate that he grew up, it was almost like he was my older brother pretty quickly, and then after I continued to grow up and get bigger than him, it kind of flipped the roles, so it was funny. It was kind of like having an older brother when I was younger and a younger brother when I'm older. Even though he was, you know, technically younger. What am I missing here? Where the fuck is the game capture? Oh wait, no. I need the tradition, that's what I was missing. Boink.
Hey, listen.
And then... Okay. Pop myself up here for a moment while I'm trying to get this launched and captured. Hopefully we won't have any problems. I didn't set this one up beforehand. Tonight. There it is. Sweet. Okay. Looks like it's capturing quite perfectly. I might actually do a little bit of this, just so I'm not covering as much of the screen. Let me know if you guys like it more if I, like, fit myself over the full screen, or if you guys like it more when I kind of make the screen a little smaller so I'm taking up less of it. Because I'm down to do whichever. I honestly, myself, don't really have much of a preference. But if you guys prefer it one way or the other, I'll definitely go for it. There we go, pause up our background vibes, because this game, I'm pretty sure, has its own soundtrack that we're going to get to vibe to. I may or may not have forgotten to send out the message that they were live. Let me do that real quick. Whoopsie daisy, my apologies. Alright. Let me actually get a sip. Oh, there it is. I was like, let me actually get a sip of some water real quick to get my voice recovered. And here we go. Guess I'll do my intro after after getting to the main menu, because this ain't the main menu. Ooh. Glitch City, 27x AD. A city that shouldn't exist. A tax haven where corporations and criminal empires reign supreme. This is a little loud. In this place, all human life has been infected with nanomachines to keep them in check. Fuck. Hold on, hold on. No! What have I done? Wait a minute. Is this volume good? I need to check the levels real quick. It looks Gucci. Okay. Maybe a little loud. Let me turn it down some more. Maybe here? Yeah, that sounds like a good level. Hold on, we're gonna relaunch this so we get that intro cutscene again. I just needed to get it to a good level. Hopefully we get that cutscene, otherwise I'm gonna be annoyed. We still capturing? Why are we not capturing? There we go. Okay. Let's try that again. Let me set my lighting now. And here we go. Now it's not too loud. Glitch City, 27x AD. A city that shouldn't exist. A tax haven where corporations and criminal empires reign supreme. In this place, all human life has been infected with nanomachines to keep them in check. Over them stand— Fuck, man, I didn't even get time to read that. Stand knights who ensure the government laws are obeyed. Here, brutality in all its forms of everyday reality. The quality of life for the non-powerful decreases constantly. For many, this can be overwhelming. Some devote themselves to their jobs, their families, or even their studies. Some look for ways to escape this place, and others just give up. But for many of them, the answer lies at the bottom of a glass. On a small road just seconds away from the main street, somewhere near the slums, you can find the Hall A of the BTC VA-11. But that's a mouthful, so we just call it Valhalla. A small oasis in the middle of concrete desert, fountain of spirits waiting its tired souls. Sounds like the Styx bar to me. And it's here where this story unfolds. There we go. Hello, 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 Lackeys. Welcome back to the Nightside broadcast. As always, I'm your hostess for the evening, the Nightside Jinx, your favorite punk underworldian part-time bartender. And tonight, we're going to be playing Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Now, this game, I have heard an amazing lofting of how good this game is and the quality of it. It's one of those games that seems to have a bit of a cult following. So with me being essentially unspoiled, other than the fact it's in a really cool cyberpunk setting and you're a bartender, we're just gonna jump into it and see what exactly we can do. This game did remind me a little bit of the Styx bar, which is part of why I was very, like, hella vibing with this. And so far, the lore of this even seems to be lining up pretty solid, so let's see where this is gonna take us. Let's look at the settings real quick. Actually, hold on, I just realized. Fit to screen. There's like, if you look at the screen, there's like dark areas at the edge that I don't think are gonna get used. So I don't think I'm gonna end up taking up too much space here. I kind of like the immersive mode like this anyways, more myself, so... Again, if y'all want me to change it, I can, but we're gonna roll with this. Okay. Hey, Ariel. How's my day going? So far, it's going well. Sorry for the late start tonight. I had to stay a little extra late at work to help him out and whatnot, but... helped him out and helped him get through whatever I could. And now we're live, baby. So let's get into it. Thank you for playing Valhalla. This game is best played getting comfortable. Grab some drinks, some snacks, and enjoy. So sit back and relax. We hope you have a good time. Anna. Psst. Hey, over here. Boo! Oh my god, she's fucking Doki Doki Literature Clubbing it on the TV. How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe, look sharp. Oh, she like glitched. I think she's like an AI. Okay, that makes sense. Come on, Joe, look sharp. The game's starting and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. That's a hell of a fourth wall break to drop this early. Damn. Okay. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend. I don't know why, but I can actually imagine a bunch of corgis wandering into this place wearing tuxedos, monocles, and top hats and ordering drinks. I don't know why, but it just feels that way. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend and the bar will eventually close. And I'll admit my little prank on you might have gone a bit overboard. Looks like volume's still good. If I need to shift that any, go ahead and let me know as well. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. Or as I like to say, always look on the bright side of life. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. If you know that one, then bonus points. I have no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check that parcel you just got. You really like saying totally, don't you? See ya! Okay. So I'm Jill, I guess. Okay. Oh. Ugh. Just a dream. There's something near the door. Chapter 1, Primera. Didn't know there were multiple chapters. Okay. What? You guys aren't supposed to be seeing that membership. That was supposed to be, something for my own private use. Sorry, hold on. Wait, what? VTube Studio? What is happening right now? Everything's gone. Hello? There we go. How long has it been like that? Oh, just there at the end, okay. Hold on. Your membership to Shining Finger will automatically renew. Make sure your account has at least 800 by save your data using Life Backup app. Okay, sorry about that. Basically, it was telling me that, for the gas and light bill, we need to have at least $800. If I can get more so that I can take care of other bills, that'd probably be nice, but I need to have at least 800. Also, this is coming off a little loud still. There we go. I think that's a better level. Ooh. The gaslight bill, why did they bill me for that? I don't know, they just told me that I owed it and that it was like late and I really needed to pay it, so... You know, I just kind of figured I probably did something that I needed to pay them for. Wait, is this my phone? Boss and me? Apparently I've got a bit of a crush on the boss. Best boss. Okay. The answer is yes, I have a crush on the boss. 4? Who the fuck is 4? Is it my cat? Is my cat actually, that makes sense. 4. So who is that letter from? Nobody. Hold the unlock. Save and load. Save. Hey. Okay. What is this? Augmented eye. Mass immigration continues as Wonderlanders are the newest threat. Cyborg in heels returns next year. His acting is unnatural. I don't think he cares about the rules of nature anyways. Cyborg in heels returns next year to the Super Silver Thunderdome. What? Massive stage show about a cyborg fighting terrorism while wearing heels. Holy shit, where do I get tickets? Director Quentin Hayter explains Cyborg in Heels' special appeal during the exclusive interview. What's not to love about it? It's a cyborg wearing heels cutting stuff. I am 100% here for this. Oh shit, nope, hold on. I just noticed I am covering things. But he's fine. Where the hell is that there, but this? There we go. Now you guys can see everything important. It's literally something we've never seen before, a niche market of willing to capital, bruh. Okay. Mass immigration continues as Quincy reveals new economic adjustments. What? With inflation rates among the highest in the world, constant shortages of basic groceries, and rampant violent crime, Glitch City's citizens look on for a better life in other countries. Quincy, however, isn't happy with this. They learn in our schools and universities, the Prime Minister said during a talk with the Augmented Eye, but they apply what they learned somewhere else, and I find it rather insulting. Well, maybe make it somewhere that they want to apply it, and it wouldn't be so insulting. This comes after revealing new economic measure for the city, which most analysts consider to be useless for the current environment. They don't know shit, concluded Quincy. I'm starting to think Quincy is a bit egotistical and not very friendly. Wonderlanders are the newest threat to your security. Kimberly LaValette. If you thought Alice Rabbit was good at cracking the most complicated security protocols in the world, then this new group will certainly blow your mind. They've yet to make an impact as big as Alice Rabbit, but they seem to be aiming very high with the recent threats issued against Prime Minister Quincy. We hold full access to Quincy's email network and will release the whole database this January, the group declared during a stream. Wait, so the Wonderlanders are just anonymous? Okay. Shallow threat. When questioned, Prime Minister Quincy dismissed all of the group's threats by stating he's not hiding anything, and is not afraid of a possible leak of his email history. Maybe everyone will get to see the kind of TV I bought last month. Wild parties. People behind the Wonderlanders seem to enjoy dressing in all kinds of rabbit costumes. During the stream, from Anthro to Bunny Girl, the purpose was to show the love and respect they have for Alice Rabbit. Oh, okay. We will follow their example while having some fun. We're not sure if this will go anywhere, but we'll be sure to tell you if it does. Interesting. So that's like our news app. Add app? Can't do that apparently. Wait, what? Ooh. Okay, this game, I can already tell this is gonna be one of those games where, I'm not even joking, the soundtrack alone makes it worth purchasing the game. And the fact that they have a fucking phone thing right here that lets you just listen to whatever song you want, like it's the soundtrack, that's crazy. Okay, we get another sip of some water. While I think we just need to exit, right? No, go to work, I'm an idiot. Tuesday, December 13th. Good evening. Hey there, Jill. Who is this dude? Oh, hey, John. Bro immediately got put down. Oh, his name's Gil. I see what happened there. Volume's still a little loud, damn. Hold on. Perfect. When will you admit you have a John face, Gil? Gillian? That's a sick name, I'm not gonna lie. Gillian is a fucking pretty sick name. When you let people call you Jules? Quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's boss? Don't know. She went out to buy some stuff and... Did you hear what I just told you? You said something? Yes, that you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing. I'm just thinking about stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and there's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. I love how I can change the channel, that's kind of cool. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar is at risk of oh shit. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. You had the perfect opportunity to make a joke about going stir crazy and have shaken and stirred in the same fucking sentence and you missed it. You've soiled it. Soiled it! On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet. Okay, so 4 was his cat, or her cat. I'm looking at this dude and it's making me think of the fucking, like, him when I'm talking. So 4 is my cat. Left me with an empty wallet and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. Wait, so it's just a normal cat? How the fuck is it talking? Okay. And there's all the beer cans around my apartment, and... Jill. Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a piano man, I'll skip the rest. But bear with me for a second here. Let's start with a sugar rush. So... I was gonna say, yeah, this is one of the things that I did know about this game. A large chunk of this game is actually making, like, mixed drinks. Like, there's recipes that you follow and shit, it's really cool. Using that navigation bar in the recipe book that'll show up in the top left. Where? You can also sort drinks by flavors like sweet or types like manly. Oh shit, there's a bunch of... Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Does every recipe have a bunch of tags like it's fucking Schedule 1? This game is so sick. Okay. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from their cells on the right to the shaker in the center. Gel. When done, press the mix button and press it again to stop mixing. Click the serve button or the drink itself to serve it, and that'll be all. Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press the reset button and try again. You can press reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Gil, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC instruction. Then this should be no problem. Okay, so if I make him a piano man, it'll skip the tutorial, so we're gonna make him a sugar rush. So... Okay. Navigation bar. Oh, I see. Okay, by name. S. Sugar Rush. Dude, this is sick. Sugar Rush is 2 aldehyde and 1 powdered delta, with an optional carmotrine. 2 aldehyde. 1, 2. 1 powdered delta. An optional carmotrine. Okay. Sweet, light, and fruity, as girly as it gets. Ooh. This would probably be something I would enjoy drinking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you give me alcohol, I better not taste any fucking alcohol in it, or it's gonna take me all night to drink like 1 shot worth. I'm not even joking. But you give me something sweet and fruity, then you've got my attention. This is worth a hot... Jesus fucking Christ, inflation. Okay. Let's mix it. When do I know if it's done? I think I just need to wait for this high-speed shake. That doesn't look right. Hold on, let's just try 2 aldehyde. 1 powdered delta. Mix? Do I need to mix... Oh! I see what I did wrong. Okay. It took me a minute. I was like sitting here like, wait a minute, what's going on with this thing? I did the... So this needs to be mixed. I think the other one was shaken because I let it mix for too long and then it became like super speed. Okay. I'm understanding. Listen, I've never been a bartender at the Styx bar before, so I'm learning. I'm on the job, you know? Here, happy now? A little, but not quite. Let's do one more. Oh my god. I know. Please humor me for a bit. Some drinks need to be blended. So that's what I did before. This is done by mixing it for over 5 seconds. You can tell it's being blended when the shaker starts moving faster. You also need to check if the drink should be served on the rocks or aged. Huh? I just click a button. Ew, fucking make it 50 years older? What are you talking about? Check ice and age buttons on the side to select the one you need. And in case it wasn't obvious, on the rocks means you have to toggle the ice tab. It should be noted that the station will add the ice after mixing. It's not something you should mind though, just a fun fact. Okay. Give me a moon blast and I'll leave you alone. Keep in mind what I said. Yeah. How do I don't even think I can close this. Okay. Blended drinks need to be left to mix for at least 5 seconds. Yeah, okay. So that's what I fucked up the first time. M. Mercury Blast, Mars Blast, and Moon Blast, huh? 6-aldehyde? Dude, you're about to get drunk off your ass from one drink, bro. Aldehyde is such fucking high content. 1 powdered delta. 1 flangeride. Dude, that's literally like Everclear. And 2 karma. Dude, this one's fucking full. It's literally a full double bar shaker. This guy's about to get drunk off his ass. I'm gonna be stuck here doing the shift on my own. So, on the rocks and blended. No relation to the Hadron Cannon you can see on the moon for 1 week every month. Sweet, girly, happy. Okay. Bam, Moonblast. Hell yeah. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Here, did I amuse you for long enough? You did. Sorry to hold you. Let's get working. Yeah. Oh yeah, before I forget. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. Even if it's got fucking, like, 2 rows? But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Oh. Okay. Oh, and if a recipe says it uses optional karmatrine, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. That's what I fucked up with the karmatrine before as well. So, you either put no karmatrine or fill it all the way with karmatrine. Optional karmatrine doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Karmatrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Hey guys! Oh, who are they? Oh, but... eh? Who's that? I don't know. Found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring her unconscious. She's unconscious? Bruh, you're just dragging her into a bar? What the fuck? I guess it's better than dragging an unconscious person out of a bar. She's gonna make such a ruckus when she wakes up. You know that. That's up for you to deal with. I'll be in my office. Oh, that's my boss, isn't it? You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do, damn it. There's 2 of you. Believe in yourselves. Do you think Chief knocked her out? No! Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crowing about it or taunting us if that was the case. Wait, okay, so the boss is a she. Understood. And it's not like her to pick on such a small girl. At least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be sleeping soundly, not comatose. Yeah. Okay then. Time to start the night. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? While you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what, we've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs. Lots of them. You're joking. Buddy? I wish I was. Kill, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well... So, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you will be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun. Just that? Fine. I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Gotta go to sleep. Awesome stream? Yeah, no worries, Ariel. Hope you had a good one. Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. With that out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. Ooh. This model needs to have all of its 12 slots filled with songs before it can start. I wonder what the logic behind that decision was. So I have to make a playlist? Okay. So we literally get to set our, like, playlist for the night. And it'll play them in that order throughout the night, I think. That's so sick. I think starting off the night with neon glow lights. Give me something funky. Commencing simulation. What about some of these other ones? Ooh. Ooh. I really like this one. This is such a cool mechanic for a game. Because I'm assuming we're gonna get to hear all of these songs. Good for health, bad for... Wish I could see more of the name. Ooh. Yeah, we'll put that in there. Kind of more of like an ethereal chill vibe. I want some jazz. Ooh. Give me something... Oh. Sure. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Will you remember me? Oh. Oh. Oh my lord. As someone who personally, like, has their greatest fear to, like, go out without a bang and not, like, make a difference in people's lives or be remembered afterwards and stuff like that, all I'll say is this song captures that feeling pretty fucking well. That's kind of crazy. Damn. Not the kind of song we want to be listening to keep ourselves going for work and whatnot, but... Ooh. This one's kind of like the inverse of the other one. That's kind of sick. Give me like a cool, like, break it down, 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 like with some fucking power guitar. Oh, 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 okay. Well, I asked and I received. That one sounds cool. Ooh! That one also sounds really sick. Ooh! Dude, this whole fucking game soundtrack is insane. Okay, I kinda like this one. It's not what I was expecting, but it's pretty sick. I've always loved those, like, traditional flute sounds. Oh, hell yes. Star pierces the dark. Dude, this game is insane. There's 12 pages of 5 songs. This is so much more than I was expecting. Ooh. Break it down like... You already know. Here we go. Ooh, okay, that one's sick. Sees Snowfall, immediately leaves. Some really... Ooh. You know what? We're gonna do Dawn Approaches as the last one, because if these play in order, it'll be the last one at, like, the end of the night. Time to mix drinks and change lives.
Hey you, give me a beer.
Oh, sure. Right on it. Beer. Bro, this is... Oh, traditionally brewed beers become a luxury, but this one's pretty close to the real deal. I see. So, 1 aldehyde, 2 Bronson extract, 1 powdered delta, 2 flanergide, and 4 carmotrine? Bro, dude's already getting a massive, like, stein of beer right off the bat. Literally. Bubbly, classic, and vintage. There's your beer, my friend. Kinda look like every fucking police officer ever, like detective or fucking police chief ever who wants to get pictures of some fucking supervillain or superhero. Like, he's got the mustache for it that, like, J. Jonah Jameson as well as the fucking dude in Batman has, and he just has that, like, piercing stare. Damn.
No, this isn't gonna cut it. Give me a big one.
Sure. Wait, he wants a big beer? Wait, so can I still double the ingredients in? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 4 cartomine. This dude real, like, damn, bro, I made fun of him for wanting the big-ass drink before. He wanted an even bigger one. God, Jesus. How about this one? Ah, yes. Now that's one's fit for a man like me. Right? You're lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Although, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes. Like New Jersey 3. Huh? Fucking New Jersey 3. What kind of work? He's gotta be a detective, right? What kind of work do you do, mister?
You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson.
He's literally J. Jonah Jameson. He's their J. Jonah Jameson. That's fucking amazing. Hold on. This fucking background music is insanity. No matter how many times I try and turn it down, it just keeps up there. Okay.
The chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye.
We actually read his articles this morning before we went to work.
Nothing gets published here without my blessings.
The day started with quite the interesting fellow, it seems. So, you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles on Alice Rabbit, then. Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcard hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's? That's the kind of corny shit that brings in the clicks from all kinds of people. And clicks bring in money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars and houses and plastic surgery for the missus and her kids, bruh. I'm gonna just say it right now, I don't think kids really need plastic surgery. Hot take, I know, roast me at the end of a pitchfork, if you will, but like, I think they should probably wait until they're an adult to make that choice. Jesus. Well, I'm not complaining about the fact you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. I can't read your newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it. My interns do. The poor bastards think it'll help make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. And second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker. But not all the daily stories about murders and other horrors? Well, that's the stuff that should be reported. Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as it is. I don't need to add Glitch City's lovely citizens to the list. You're smarter than you look, kid, but if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. Still, maybe my job would be easier. How so? People get desensitized? People get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee clicks. Now you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. That's not enough. They need a full sob story behind it. Damn. That's why I like these urban legends. They're easier to write about, and you can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot, and even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. That brings money, and like I said, money's good. Huh. I guess he has a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else. They might also write about how everyone likes a certain something. Oh, they might also write about how everyone that likes a certain something should be sodomized. Or wait, was that me? No, that was him. The worst part about that is they know half of our clicks come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. What about... No, wait. I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnists on your page are annoying. See? The kid on the restaurant critique column, shit. Forgot that brat's name. Restaurant? I believe that's the kid. Couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits than the obituary. Damn, bro. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventures to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half of the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspapers send him to. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by proclaiming he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever. Did he look like a fat child with a really small face? No? Wasn't this one then. Anyway, all this talk has made me thirsty. Try to give me a beer this time, please. Coming right up. Beer again, this man likes his beers. They come cheaper in bulk at the store though. That's fine. I feel like I'm gonna be remembering recipes by the end of this game. 1 aldehyde, 2 bronzin, 1 powdered, 2 Flanders, Ned Flanders, and 4 cartomine. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. I think I don't need to put it in order. I think as long as I'm doubling the recipe, I should be good on this. Here's your beer. Ah, it's the big things that make life worthwhile. So Donovan likes big drinks, like, period, I say. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. So tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole. It may be the Styx Inn bar in another reality, which is close to the underworld, but it's not in Tartarus. Valhalla is, like, canonically the good place, even in Norse mythology. If a place smells like soap and dog piss, it's within my constitutional rights to call it a hell. Oh, also fair. I may be a bit noseblind over the years of working here. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Who was that? Nobody important. Hey, I heard that. Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in hell rather than a hellish hole, if you like. Charming. But acceptable. So, celebrities. Not really. At least, not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people, especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people pretend to love but actually want to see fall from grace. Pretend to love? Fall from grace? Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend that they love celebs, but what they really want is to see their idols torn down to their level. They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys, but nobody wants to admit to enjoying. You thought wrong, but even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's. Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals, or they're dating who got fucking dyslexia. I literally got it every fucking first word wrong that I could have in that phrase. Or if they're dating God knows who. Granted, socks with sandals is practically a public indecency, but still. Oh, please. As a bartender, I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Bro is just throwing fucking slander at the wall for my goddamn occupation. Dear Lord, bro. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff. Sorry, I had to clear my throat for a minute there. Just like hairdressers. This sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day, I saw this committee judge bitching over... bitching over what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public. But this problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. All that just leaves the public craving for those little moments where they make a mistake and fall to their level. I don't know. I personally like to see celebs like, I don't know about y'all lackeys, but I really like to see celebs who Like, the famous one is, get the fuck out of the road, there's cars there, dude. Where they drop the filter, they drop the fact that they're a celebrity, and they're just trying to communicate to a bunch of idiots who want to take photos of them. Like, that shit is the most real reaction ever, and that's what I like to see from celebs. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see they're human. Exactly. Hey, that dude that plays the nice guy is indeed a really nice guy. True. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help sensationalizing everything. It feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't be acknowledged in the first place. You like your big words, eh, Brett? Do you not understand my big words? You're literally the chief of a newspaper. Well, two people can play that game of... Schadenfreude? Is that perhaps the word you're looking for? Shenanigans? Anti-disestablishmentarianism? Oh no, what did I do? Hold on. Control skips dialogue. I need to remember that. Hey, you're a bartender, right? It looks like all I missed was like a No, I'm a lab rat, hellbent on world conquest. But I bartend in my part-time. Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. No. Anyway, I just realized that a bartender like you must have heard quite a few stories in her career. Talk about changing topics. Maybe. Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well. Would be nice. It would be like that priest who published confessionary stories and then got excavated. Oh my god! Fucking hell. Although that makes sense. If you're out here exposing people's confessionals, you're gonna not have a lot of people who are on your side. Dear lord, bro. Dude straight up got fucking hung like a pirate in the old days. Jesus. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger of sorts. We could have you ghostwriting. Half of our staff do that. They do? You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Anyway. Eventually the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, and it would hurt the clients too, I guess. I guess, you know, casually. Well, if you ever retire, that offer is waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. Sure. Do you want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Did I say something wrong? Not at all. I really just like the sound of it. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Jill... Jill, is it really that wait, hold on, sorry, I'm not supposed to read whose line it is? Okay, sorry, I'm just reading off a script here, my bad. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson, or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold. It is? Mr. Dawson was my father and grandfather. It's too general, but Mr. Donovan? Now that's more like it. Okay. They're referring to me, to the man in front of them, not to my family, not to my position as boss, to me. That I can respect. That is something that I can, like, I don't know about you, but I personally, I'm very much of the belief respect is earned, not given, but it's earned through literally the smallest good actions. And the fact that this dude does not want his family, he's no Byakuya, he don't want the family name to be the head of everything, he doesn't want his position as a boss above them to be everything, he wants them just to refer to him. That's some respect. That is a kind and respecting person who is respecting other people. Therefore, in my opinion, he earns mine. As long as he doesn't break that. Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, gods no. But I want them to fear me. Bruh. But I want them to fear me, not because I'm their boss or the name appearing on their paychecks, but rather because I strike mortal dread into them. I built you such a high pedestal and you hit it with a fucking road ruler. Jesus Christ. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you were asking something. What was it? Drink, another one. Do you? Ah, yes, yes. But I need to cut myself off. I just remembered I have a night shift later. Give me something bitter and big, but not alcoholic. I need to wake myself up. I can do that, yeah. So we want something bitter and with no Karmatrine. Sunshine Cloud sounds good. Optional Karmatrine. Tastes like old chocolate milk with its good smell intact. Some say it tastes like caramel too. Bitter, girly, and soft. That one has required Karmatrine. Hold on. Flavor, bitter, gut punch. Optional. 5 Bronson and 1 Flangeride with optional Karmatrine. All aged and mixed. Supposed to mean a punch made of innards. But the name actually describes what you feel while drinking it. He's gonna love this. He's gonna love this. 1, 2, 5, yes, there's only 6, so 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 Flangeride. No Karmatrine, aged, and mixed. Gut punch. Completely virgin gut punch, too. Here you go. Paint me blue and call me Sue. You can actually do it. Listen, it may be my first day on the job, but I'm a quick learner. This'll help me stay up late tonight. Say, kid, does this bar have any investors? He didn't call it a hellhole? There was some bloke named Sven that wanted to give us money if we stamped his face all over the place. PewDiePie's child becomes a fucking, like, corpo billionaire in the future. But aside from that now, these bars are pretty much like any fast food chain, so there's no local investors. Why? Just wanted to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife's mouth. Oh my fucking god. I was not expecting that, but that's good. I gotta remember that one. Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, that's... I mean, you give me more, or you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your money. But no, they have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff. What good is it to be the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, the government, and those kind of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's paperwork. I make somebody else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive, and there's always that one guy or gal that says, hey, why don't you do what that other newspaper does? Recently, they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks. I make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks, I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. You go get him, Mr. Donovan. Should I be worried? Nah. At least he paid before storming off. Oh, shit. Wonder what happened with Sven, though. We never heard from him again. Jill. Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents. Shh, you'll wake up Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this. Yeah. Oh, a client. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I... Big gut punch. Fast. Alright. Well, flavor, bitter, gut punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 flamgeride. Optional cartramine. Give him a couple of those. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 flamgeride. And 2 karmatrine. Mix. Stop. Oh, I didn't age it. Shit. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. 3, 4. There we go. Age. I forgot the aging. There we go. Here you go. You can actually do it then. This guy needs a different voice. I've been doing too many, like, crazy deep voices. Kinda like how he looks. Kinda like... maybe a bit of like this? Maybe a bit more like this. I think he has a bit of a kind of higher pitched voice. Maybe talks through his teeth a little. This crack house is a bar. Hellhole crack house. It smells like dog urine and soap. How the hell do you expect someone to feel comfortable in here? I'm surprised you decided to come to our little crack house at all, mister. What the hell do you care? The payment registry says... Sorry for the question then, Mr. Ingram McDougall. Ingram? Sorry about the smell, we're working on fixing it. There was a, incident over the weekend. But it's Tuesday. Bruh. One moment. Getting a sip of some Beepus. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Please, let me know what I can do to make your experience more pleasant regardless. If I pay you, will you come with me to a motel for a couple hours? Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Who the fuck do you think I am? No. Then I have no use for you beyond giving me drinks. Such pleasant clientele tonight. What a dickhead, dude. May I ask why you decided to come to our bar then? Somebody recommended me this place, and I have absolutely no idea why she likes it. She says she's a regular here and all. I'm starting to doubt her tastes. A regular? Can I ask who? Nah. Bro, I fucking hate this dude. Ingram's a dickhead. I want to smack him. Holy shit, man. Like, something about his pure fucking existence right now is just pissing me off the way he's doing shit. I'll concede one thing. Whoever picks the music at least has decent taste. That was me, buddy. Oh, it's my boss. Hey, Jill, where did you put the dish soap? Gil's run out. Below the sink where it's always been. Right. Oh, a customer. Good evening, sir. Hope you enjoy your stay at Valhalla. So, any other feedback you want to provide the establishment so we can enhance your customer experience? Nah, nothing. That's an interesting change of heart. I can't afford to slander this place knowing she's here. You know my boss? I don't know her, but I know who she is. Deanna Zane, the Red Comet. The woman who fended off mall rioters all by herself, knocking them out cold one by one. That's an achievement and a title I've never heard before. I know Boss did quite a few things before opening this bar, but that sounds... Would you happen to know how she got her mechanical arm? I heard a couple of stories, but they sound too fantastical to be true. You've had an interesting change of attitude. I saw that woman take out armed rioters with her bare hands. Once you see something like that, it's hard not to keep your mouth shut in front of them. Interesting, so this dude was there, and he, like, he's not believing her, like, stories that he's heard about how her arm got fucked up. But he was, like, there to see with his own eyes her disarm a bunch of rioters. That's crazy. You can relax, though. I've only seen her deal with clients personally about 2 or 3 times. One involved Class 5 weaponry, the other one a pickup artist, and the latest had an alpaca. An alpaca? Not really an alpaca, but... There's this woman that owns a textile company. She got really drunk and she started screaming that she was an alpaca. She started spitting on everything. Afterwards, my boss had to show her the exit. I'd rather not remember that night, so let's leave it at that. Can I get you anything else? Give me a pile driver, please. Please? There's a word I haven't heard today. Coming right up. Maybe he's not such a dickhead. Maybe he's just rough around the edges. 3 Bronson, 3 Flangeride, 4 Cartomine. That's 10 items. He doesn't want it big, though. Honestly feel like he wants a pile driver. I honestly feel like suplexing him, though. That goes fucking hard, man. I'm screenshotting that. Okay. 3 Bronson, 3 Flangeride. I'm learning where these things are on the screen so that I don't need to actually pay a ton of attention. Doesn't burn as hard on the tongue, but you better not have a sore throat when drinking it. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds painful. Okay, nothing extra but mixing. Here you are. It's fine, I guess. Hey, lady, have you ever faked an organ? Huh? The kind of things you get asked at a bar, I guess. Oh dear lord, maybe this is why I have such a sailor mouth. I'm always hanging around. I mean, I always had a sailor mouth because of my dad, Nightside Pops, but maybe this is why it's stuck all these years. Hanging around the Styx bar, you hear a lot of shit like this. Hey lady, have you ever faked an orgasm? I'm just gonna stare at you until the song ends for that one. I'm sorry, I think I heard wrong. Now that the music's not playing, would you go again? I asked if you've ever faked an orgasm. That's a question that I'm not gonna answer. I'll take that as a yes. I lost my voice for him, hold on. I'll take that as a yes. There we go. I was just thinking about how good a lie can be. I mean, even the most sincere of people lie once in a while. Lies can buy you time, lies can make you happy. Reality will come crashing through the door eventually, but for that moment, the lie can give meaning to you. Interesting. I say lies are like your porn stash. You know they exist, but you shouldn't acknowledge them. Does that mean you've really faked orgasms? 'Cause you look like you've had a lot of experience. Starts blinking to the beat of the music. Still, that's quite the random thought to just suddenly have. Are you perhaps lying about something right now? Not really. I was just thinking about people making polite comments about this crack house. Of course you were. Hey, I'm gonna need another drink here. Already? Don't you think you're drinking a bit quickly? I mean, you didn't have a big drink. That's my problem, not yours. Give me a fringe weaver. Alright. Fringe weaver. Wow! Yo, dude! What the fuck are... Oh! Yeah, this is Everclear. It's like drinking ethylic alcohol with a spoonful of sugar. 1 aldehyde and 9 karmatrine, dude? Holy shit. Okay, well here's your sugary syrup. And here's your 9 fucking karmatrine. Jesus Christ. Aged and mixed. I almost missed the aging. Alright, well here's your... Try not to drink this one too fast, you'll fucking regret it. That's up to me. Hey lady, have you ever felt empty? Empty? How, like, hungry? Nah, I mean empty like there's a part of you missing. Can't say I particularly have. I just feel like there's this part of myself that lacks something. An urge to get or do something that I can't satisfy. Have you tried taking up a hobby, perhaps? Might not solve your problems, but it'll keep you busy enough to avoid thinking about it. Any suggestions? Well, collecting stuff, reading, bungee jumping, combat sports, exercising. Sounds a lot cheaper than the alternative. Which is... bitches and alcohol. It's what I should have expected, but it's not what I was expecting at all, bro. Oh my god. Dude, literally hit the... Now that you won the... If you won the lottery, what would you spend it on? Probably cocaine and a lot of hookers. Oh no, we can't say that live on TV. Oh, that's such a classic, dude. I tried sex tourism once. It was like a bloody Russian roulette of STDs, so I left midway through. Yeah, I bet. It doesn't sound safe at all. I once burned my Christmas bonus, hiring 3 women for an orgy. Porn is more amusing and way cheaper. You know, like... You seem to be dumping a lot of money on this shit that I don't think is necessary, my friend. And you're even claiming it, but you're continuing to do this shit. I've also hired a girl to act like my daughter for a day for 3 years in a row now. Okay, you're walking a fine line of, like, slightly redeeming yourself and making things weirder for you. Nothing seems to do it. Okay, well at least that didn't do it for you. Have you tried rescuing a puppy? Perhaps therapy? Maybe a psychiatrist? Psychologist? Maybe a shrink? Oh my god! Oh my god, bro! Okay, so dude's brain is in his head down in the lower half. I understand now. There is no thinking in the upper head. It all occurs in the lower one. That's literally the only thing that he thinks of, period. Jesus Christ. At least you shouldn't. I agree with you on that part, dude. Dear Lord. I'm drawing a blank then. Can't think of anything that might help. I wasn't expecting you to help me or to believe in me. Huh? I could have been lying through my teeth this whole time, says the dude talking through his teeth. People lie, lady. Anyway, I'm leaving now. The smell is killing me. I wonder how much of that was bullshit, because he literally just outright established himself as an unreliable narrator. Please come again. Don't count on it. Okay. Well, I guess we won't have to worry about it then. Good. Boss, I'm gonna take my break. I don't blame you after that one. That was a fucking doozy, dude. Granted, he did, you know, drink something that was absolutely cranked out the ass with alcohol, so I don't know what else we expected. Oh, that's kind of cool. You take your break and save. Okay. Actually, this is a perfect time to take a break. Let me just... Doink! Get that bad boy on. Get a quick little vibe in the background for y'all. Ooh. And we will take our quick halfway point bio break for the stream. Give everyone a chance to grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, anything they might need to do real quick while I'm doing the same. And I will be right back. Should not take me very long.
y'all step in. Tokyo is the city I'm reppin'. Art and music collab intersection. Bring it on if you think you can hang, but if not, then let me ease your pain. Got a lot of years on my belt, so my passion is felt, and it's living through the things that I say. They want me to come off the mic, stay silent, shut up. If they cut off my tongue, then the records are cut up. If they cut off my hands, then I use my feet. Kick the beat, rock the beat, flip the beat, live the beat, master and give the beat. Hit the streets, spin wheels, make your necks asleep, which is something I ain't had all week. I'm all weak, cold bleak, but you know it's the heat when I speak. The streets are filled with blood, we're running out of options. The rich are in their houses, we're gonna buy their coffins. I wish I knew my future, I dream about it often. I sharpen weapons softly, from now there ain't no stopping. Rock the fucking beat.
Your imagination.
This is the second time we've ever played in front of people, man. We're scared shitless.
The ultimate aim is to produce sound which is completely acceptable to the listener. Records that give you pleasure.
Thank you for the welcome back. What's the song that's playing? This is Ba Da Ba, BA-DA-BA by Too Mellow. From Memories of Tokyoto, his 2018 album. I believe it's the same one the original Poison Jam's in, too. Pretty good song, if I do say so myself. Let me get a quick bite of some of my pizza rolls before we jump right back in. Savaged it like a monster. Just cream cheese and fucking ranch all over my goddamn face. No, I don't know what you're talking about, Kelvin. I haven't seen that one. Oh, nope. Okay, yes, I have. I thought you were being serious for a moment, and then I remembered the meme. was like, damn, I hope he's okay, and then I realized what you were talking about. Okay. Let's get back into this bad boy. Sorry, I'll stop with the ASMR. For some reason, my fucking, brain is just, like, on, vocal stim mode today. I was trying to remember the damn name of it. Blink, blink, blink. Yes, perfect. Okay. Let's save this bad boy. I don't see much of a need for us to have multiple saves. So, until I feel like something important happens that I want to try and do better later on, I'm gonna just overwrite. What? What do you mean it's now safe to keep playing? What does that mean? One moment, I just gotta get all my cords and shit right back where they need to be. There we go. Okay. At least I didn't get locked up this time. Ooh. Let's look at some that we didn't look at before. That one's pretty, but I want some upbeat vibes. Ooh. Wait, we've already got that one. Right? Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Welcome, Lackeys, to the Neon District. Oh, come on, I went off of it. Ooh. Welcome, Lackeys, to the Neon District. Ooh. I'm fucking loving that, man. This is getting in here immediately. What is this one? I want some of the like... Yeah, can I just, like, do this? Wait. I wish it gave me a sound for what they sounded like here. We're just gonna do... What? What? Really? How do I right click? Oh. What else do we got? Karma Train Dream, bruh. Ooh. Karma Train is the alcoholic ingredient. That's pretty sick sounding. I want things that are like more jazzy though. Or intense. Intense is cool too. It's just vibing. That's all it is. Okay. Out of orbit, follow base of the Titans. Dear Lord. I didn't realize they had noise tracks on here too. Can we get like some drum and bass? Ooh. I did better the first time. I love fucking doing sound effects and shit like that for D&D. Okay. Ooh, underground club sounds cool. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna switch everything up. We're just gonna spam some things in that I haven't heard before. So you, we'll get you and you. Those sound cool. Glitch City is pretty sick. Rebase of the Titans. Sure. I actually do want to hear this, because it might be shit. I fucking asked and I received. There's our drum and bass. I'm actually gonna keep that one in. That's pretty sick. Okay, maybe it's losing a bit of its sickness now. Give me the drum and bass. Oh, you dickhead. Hit it! I do want it. Oh, this one's like a instrumental, or like a acoustic snowfall. Sure. Oh, no, I don't want it in there twice. Then we'll go— what is tense? Is probably pretty tense. Follow the trail sounds cool. Heart of the city is kinda cool. We'll do dusk, Karmatrine dream. Bam. Okay then, back in action. Good evening. Good would you mind taking your helmet off? Oh, I thought it was a robot. Oh, sorry. It's so comfortable I usually forget I have it on. Is this better? She's cute! Cute! Okay. Yeah, thank you. What can I get you, miss? Master Specialist Seipi Asai Giri of the 765th Division Valkyrie Corps at your service. Wait, that's too long. I was gonna say, that was literally a paragraph for a name, bro. Just call me Sei. I like Sei. We watch, we protect. Oh, shit. Okay. News. I'd buy that for $1. Bro, it's the corgis. Wait, cup of noodles is fucking $60 in this universe? Dear lord. That's cute. Don't know what it is, but it's cute. Okay. I didn't realize they had a showing of fucking luchador wrestling going on. What can I get for you, Sei? Let's see, I'm in the mood for a sweet drink. Oh, but not sweet as in cool. Although a cool drink would be nice too. Not cool as in great, and especially not as in big. Okay, so she wants a small drink that's cold, so probably with ice. And, sweet. That should be easy. More so since I have to get up early tomorrow and I can't afford a hangover. Sorry, did you get that? A sweet drink, preferably cold that's not too big. Yeah, that's it. I can do that. Give me a sec. So she wants sweet and icy. Sugar Rush, Sparkle Star, Blue Fairy, Moonblast, Branditini, Piano Woman. Sugar, Sparkle, Blue Moon, Brand, Piano. Wait. Oh, I actually can't search for ones that come with ice. Okay. You got ice? Mixed, no. Sweet Sparkle Star. Aged and mixed, nope. Blue Fairy sounds... aged and mixed, bro. Sweet. Moonblast. On the rocks. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we just don't double it and we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 Powdered Delta, 1 Flandride, and 2 Karmatrine. So aldehyde is your sweetener. I don't know what Powdered Delta is. On the rocks and blended. Or what Flandride is. Or Flandride. Flanders. I'm just gonna call that Flanders because it's fucking with my brain. Okay, so let's let this blend fully. And here is your small Moonblast. Here you are. Ah, yes, this is just what I needed. Thanks. We don't get many White Knights as clients. I can only remember one other, in fact. You said you're from the Valkyrie Corps, right? Are you the guys who deal with riots and such? Riots? Oh, no. You're thinking about Blitzkrieg Corps. The ones with huge plated suits, right? Yeah, those. No, we're different people. I mean, obviously we are different people, but we don't deal with riots or anything. In fact, you could say we deal with their aftermath. Are you the fucking cleaners? Like the corpse disposal crew? How so? To rescue, heal, and protect. Oh, they're the healers. Okay. Much less intimidating. I will say that. Much less threatening. We are the angels who soothe those suffering enemy attack. We are the light of hope in the darkest of times. The ones who assist the victims of crime. I like you, say. We watch, we protect. What was that? Probably her oath that she took to get her station. Sorry, it's sort of our Pledge of Allegiance. We recite it every morning. What it means is that our duties mostly include rescuing civilians, healing the injured, and protecting them from stuff. What kind of stuff? Burglars, car crashes, anything that might happen on our watch. Good. Thank you for your service. Holy shit. Okay. You mentioned heal. Are you a doctor then? Nah, I know many doctors, but I'm not one. I'm more of a paramedic. I treat people so they arrive safely at a doctor. I'm also kind of a firefighter, in that I sometimes rescue people from places. Damn, that must be a tough job. Sort of, but it's also really rewarding, I bet. You're literally, quite literally, when they described you as angels, if that's the kind of stuff you're doing the Lord's work, so it's a very fitting name. I mean, I've yet to meet somebody that isn't glad to see me when I arrive. You must have seen some shocking sights. Yeah, this one time when I was saving some people from the top of a collapsing building, I looked down and I was blown away by how pretty the city was. It was like a starry sky on Earth. Damn! So, even in, like, her darkest moments, she's still looking to the good side of things. That's... holy shit, say. Oh, and there was this time we were cleaning up after the aftermath of a car crash. Water was pouring out of a hydrant. With the lights and scattered pieces of glass, it was almost dreamlike. Yeah, she finds the beauty in things. I like her a lot, too. That's not what I meant by shocking sights. No, but it tells us quite a lot about where her brain went when you did say shocking sights. No? But those are sights, and they're shocking, right? She reminds me of one of my... Oh, that's cool! Yeah, but never mind. Yeah, she doesn't dwell on the nastiness. It's her duty to ensure that nastiness doesn't keep being a problem or whatnot, so she prefers to look at it as the leftover after a job well done, and it's not something worth remembering or spending time panicked or stressed or whatever PTSD about. Wait, did I mishear you and you actually meant sighs? Bro, I mean, sure. I've suffered the deepest, longest, and most frustrating sighs from people after everything I've said and done, but... Don't worry, you didn't mishear. I guess I was just expecting a different kind of answer. What kind of answer? Don't worry too much about it. You finished your drink? Can I get you anything else? Something classy. A classy drink. Can you be more specific? Don't make it too big. Does that work? Sorry, I don't come to bars very often. My drinks usually come in a can. No problem. Don't worry. A classy drink, right? Let's see what I can find for you. Classic, classy. Holy shit, I almost made that mistake. Jesus Christ. I was glad that I started reading the one under it as I was about to click. That would have been bad. Speaking of bad, bad touch. We're nothing. Oh, it's that kind of bad touch. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Fill in the second line yourself. A bad touch is 2 Bronson, 2 powdered, 2 flange red, and 4 Karmatrine on the rocks and mixed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's not large. Sure. Sour, classy, and vintage. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 4. Rocks mixed. Bam, baby. Here you are. Yep, this looks like something Stella would drink. Who? She's my dearest friend. Not that I don't have others, but she's the one I've known the longest. She likes these kind of drinks, so I wanted to see what's so special about them. And what do you think? I was expecting something stronger. I like it quite a bit. Say, Miss Bartender, what's your name? You know my name, now I want to know yours. Oh, sure, just call me Jill. There's totally not a genocide before that. Hey, Mississippi, good to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Jesus. Ugh. Give me just a minute, I gotta run to the bathroom super quick. Shouldn't take me as long as the break from before. I'll be right back. Wonder if anyone knows what I drank today at work. There we go. Sorry about that. The answer to what I drank at the at work today, though, was a goddamn Red Bull. And if you remember what I figured out about Red Bulls in a previous stream, you'll understand why I'm annoyed at them. Because I don't think other energy drinks are the same as a Red Bull in that regard, but I could be wrong. Boink. Okay. Oh, sure, just call me Jill. Jill, huh? Jill. Jill is short for Jillian. No, that's not right. You've been drinking a ton of tea, nice. Tea is really good. Like, super sweet, like peach tea. I'm in heaven. Jillian, Julianne. Do not call me Julianne, please. Sorry about that. No, please, excuse me. I didn't want to anger you. But why do you like being, or why don't you like being called by your full name? It's a stupid reason. Don't dwell too much on that. Oh, okay. I still feel bad about angering you, though. Why? Because you look like a nice girl, Jill. And I don't like angering nice people. Well, thank you. If it helps somehow, I really do like this place. No, it's nice, yeah. I appreciate your appreciation. That actually does help. You're the first person to say something nice today. Thanks. What do you like about it? The smell of dog urine and soap. I'm gonna fucking... You're driving me to drink, lady. You're driving me to fucking drink. We got our noise track. Oh dear lord. Okay. My mom... no way you fucking threw that bullseye from a mile back, Mary. That's crazy. My mom used to be a veterinarian, and I used to go to her clinic after school, so the smell takes me back. It makes me feel comfy and nostalgic. What made you become a white knight instead of a veterinarian or anything else? Well, I was never a good student. Jesus, this fucking track, man. Like, it's going so hard, but this is not the setting for it. Next. There we go. Well, I was never a good student, so studying medicine of any kind was out of the question. That aside, it's mostly because of something that happened while I was a kid. A white knight attacked my friend, and was coming for me when this other white knight saved us. I don't remember what happened next. I just woke up in a hospital with my friend watching over me. I mean, it wasn't a prophetic moment or anything like that, but ever since then I've felt that this was my calling. That I wanted to help people the same way they helped me. Huh. That's an interesting thought. One would think being attacked... Stream is disconnected. Whoa, what's happening? Whoa, what? The fuck just happened? Hello? Are we back? You guys, did you guys jump forward? Oh, it borked itself. Okay. Looks like we're Gucci though. I literally saw a pop-up on Streamlabs that said stream is disconnected. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Didn't even say dropped frames, it just said fucking disconnected. It got stuck. Okay. Can I, like, scroll to go back? Oh! Okay, I don't know what you... Whoop. I don't know what you guys missed, but here's a little overview. If you wish to pause and read anything that you missed. there's your little overview for you. But I was basically saying, so I kind of guide myself towards judging everything on an individual basis. This right here, right fucking here, is the, like, #1 thing you can do in order to, like, ensure that you're not being a dick, right? Like, obviously, you don't want to lump people into groups. It's always been an individual basis, period. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, it's always an individual basis, at least in my eyes. Other people probably see it differently, and that's fine too. Differing opinions ain't nothing to be ashamed of, but that's how I see it. Like, what's the Geneva Convention thing? It's like, punishing the many for the actions of the few is a war crime. And this is why. Well, not to an extremist extent, but you get me. Yeah, I try to do the same too. Why join the Valkyrie Corps specifically, though? Because I wanted to rescue people from dire situations whenever possible. And going into patrols and all that felt too tiresome. It's also the one with the least paperwork involved. Now that I think about it, there are different kinds of White Knights, right? I guess White Knight is too broad a term. There's not one specific type, there are many different classes. Rescue, assault... There's even a squad full of bureaucrats. What? Really? Yeah, they get assigned to companies to handle the accounting and that kind of stuff. People usually ask for them because they speed up processes. But a few are assigned when a company is suspected of having weird, under-the-table deals. Interesting. So they're like the bureaucrat Avengers who show up to make sure other bureaucrats aren't doing shady shit. Okay. There was also a squad dedicated to fighting As much as I appreciate the notion, that feels like a bad idea. They were doing a nice job, but the fad of anti-bullying campaigns passed and they lost their funding. I mean, maybe put them in the right places, because I'm sure there are definitely places that are rife with a lot of bullying. But in a lot of places, outside of the casual, like, abusive or offensive, like, fucking shout at you or whatever, I don't feel like there's a ton of bullying, but that's just my experience living in the middle of goddamn nowhere when I was going to schooling. I believe some members still work with the anti-bullying cases in an unofficial capacity. That's nice. That'd be nice, I think. Can I get you anything else? I don't know if I should. I can't afford that many drinks. And besides, I don't really know how much alcohol I can handle. I can get you something with no alcohol, and I'll even toss you one on the house. You seem like a very nice person. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, you know what? I'll have something else. I remember some drink called a martini that has alcohol. Brandtini. No, I'm pretty sure it's martini. It's Brandtini. Trust me. I'll get you one. She wants a a Brandtini. Maybe she wants a Mars Blast. No. Oh, it's only got one Karmatrine. Okay, that's probably good for her. 8 out of 10 smug assholes would recommend it, but they're too busy being smug assholes. I love that. Six. 3 and uno. Ooh, aged and mixed. Bam. Here you go. See? Huh, you were right. Thanks. You know what? I think I'll bring a friend of mine here in a couple days. Really? Why? I like the feel of this place, and I want to share it with her. That's nice. It might be a bit difficult, though. She's more into, classier places as this fucking song starts playing. Not that this place isn't nice, but don't worry, I know the kind of place I work in. I see. But it shouldn't be too bad. Something just fucking exploded. I just need to... What was that? Sounded like an explosion. I'd better check that. I paid you already, right? Yes, you did. Why do I need to keep turning this shit down? Yeah, go ahead. Be careful. I will. She left her helmet. Well, if she's coming back, I'll just hold it for her. I'll go check what the ever-loving hell that explosion was. Careful. What? Oh, she woke up. Oh, that's the sleeping girl. Hold on. Need a sip of some BS. Where am I? Where am I? Good evening, and welcome to Valhalla. That does not... That does not sound good to someone who just woke up when they blacked out in, like, the street, bro. You're gonna give her a panic attack. Holy shit. That might not have been the... Yeah, you don't say. That's why ours is called the Styx and bar. That bar part is very important in people understanding what the fuck you're talking about. Valhalla? Am I dead? Does that mean Uncle Ignis's ramblings about the afterlife looking like a shoddy downtown bar are true? Bro, called it. Afterlife? I'm not dead? As far as I can tell, no. To be fair, I don't know how death or the afterlife work exactly. But you're breathing, right? Alright, then where the hell am I? How did I get here? Who brought me here? And what are you planning to do with me? Are you organ traffickers? Robbers? Pickpockets? You're pickpockets, aren't you? Why aren't you saying anything? Points them over shoulder at wall full of alcohol and other patrons. I'm waiting for you to vent your worries, otherwise you'll just... Bro! I can't say that on YouTube, okay? The whole lot of you. Evil. Aren't you? Evil! The whole lot of you. There we go. We'll just use evil in place of that word, because that's like the 4th time it's come up in this damn game. Also, I should put the jukebox away. Lady. Lady, you've gotta chill. I swear to God, okay? Does this look like a non-public establishment?
Hey, listen.
This is like Toko, but with, that was exactly what I was thinking, literally. It felt like a Toko moment. I almost said something too. Bro. Okay, she's... I'm gonna... I would be like fucking like snotting out my nose laughing so hard if this shit was IRL. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about, lady? Jesus Christ. Now she's just shouting murder over and over again. Okay, I think I understand why she was unconscious in the streets now. She's fucking crazy. Ma'am, this is literally, I don't know if you guys saw the fucking, like, crony laughing at Gura dying when she asks about if it's being Switzerland. But that short has been all over my feed lately, and it, like, you can tell how hard she's trying to hold in her laugh so she doesn't get shot in repo. And, like, it sounds like it starts, like, snotting because she's holding it back so hard. That's what I would be doing right now. I would be trying my damnedest just to wait until she stopped freaking the fuck out, but I would be laughing through my fucking teeth. Interrupt me. Well, this is going nowhere. Let's see if I can get a drink to calm her down, or throw it in her face. Cold water, that's a good option. Yeah, throw it in her face. Give her something that'll calm her down. Promo drinks? Sweet. What the fuck is promo? Oh, it's huge. Okay, hold on. We don't want something big. What is our bottled one? A fedora with perfume and a plum. What? Okay. Something that'll calm her down. Classics? Frothy water. 1 aldehyde, 1 Bronson, 1 powder. Oh, it's not even alcoholic. Aldehyde, Bronson, powdered Delta, and flangeride. PG rated shows, favorite beer. Ersatz since 2040. Bland. Ooh. This one's actually kind of tough. What about a Bleeding Jane? Say the name of this drink 3 times in front of a mirror and you'll look like a fool. Spicy, classic, sobering. Hey! Maybe that's what she'd like. I don't think she's drunk. I hate that I can't just throw ice at her. Just ice mix, that's it. I doubt the fedora is fucking $500 for water. Zenstar, wait. 4 of each ingredient, all on the rocks and mixed. You'd think something balanced would actually taste nice. You'd be dead wrong. Okay, nope, that's not what we want. Beer, Cobalt Velvet. That sounds calming. It's like champagne served on a cup that has a bit of cola left. Burning. I'm like overthinking this, man. I'm losing my shit here. Calm her down. Bitter? Sweet. She'd probably want something sweet. Moonblast. Sweet, girly, happy. I'm gonna give her a Moonblast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 powdered, 1 flangeride, and 2 karmatrine. Flanders. On the rocks and blended. So we wait for the full speed spin. Oh yeah? Well, could an evil murderer be such a good bartender? What is that? A drink. You're in a bar. Bars serve drinks. Bar? So I figured I should give you something to help you calm down. Don't worry. It's on the house. I gained money from that. Bro, you cannot sit here and tell her that it's on the house when you just stole money out of her fucking wallet. You can't do that. That is not good business practices. Come on. To calm down, what did you spice it up with? Roofies? TTX? Pumpkins? Okay, is she a novelist? Because she has some weird fucking, like, icebergs that she's delving down here. God, no. I wouldn't even think of it. Your stuttering makes you suspicious, you know? If I ever added anything like that to your drink, they'd dock my pay and my tips. Not to mention I'd have to pay any lawsuits myself. And that's the best case scenario. I could get fired and lose benefits or go to jail. Definitely author, artist, something of the sort. I mean, it looked like she's holding a book in her hand, which is why I thought author, and she's got like reading glasses like Grise. And trust me, the BTC loves to catch anyone who commits that particular felony. They'd show themselves all proud for a hefty PR boost. And the thought of going through all that is just... ugh. Even if you say that, let's do something. If you go outside and head just 3 businesses to the left, you'll find a convenience store. They sell drug tests for drinks. Tell the cashier that Dana Zane sent you. 2 flying cars crashed and went boom. That's why it was so noisy. Any damage? A hole in the street. Don't know about the drivers or anything. I see. Either way, I think I'm done here. Did you check inside the toilet paper's locker? What about it? Oh my god! How? Why? How? Bro, oh my god, somehow the corgis got poop up inside the toilet paper holder that's locked. Jesus Christ. I'm back. He tried to give me bandages at first, though. Did you have to pay it? No. No problem, then. Try it on the drink. Says negative. There you go. But you could be in cahoots with the clerk in the store. He even knew your name. I work 2 doors down from him, you fucking mental woman. Good point, but first of all, it's not my name, it's my boss's. Second, we're pretty much part of a chain. Sort of like the spicy chicken of bars. And finally, I'm not making you drink this. I offered it to you as a sign of peace. I mean, you are, right? It is indeed you are right. It is indeed suspicious on my part. Sorry. You can just ignore the drink, go through that door, and forget this ever happened. That would be it. You're at peace, and nothing of value would be lost. Are you implying something won't have value because I ignored it? Are you saying my presence is so unimportant that my lack of action will yield no difference? Oh my god. It is Toko. It is Toko again. And what about the drink? Are you gonna let this fruit of your work go to waste so easily? No, if you left, I'd just drink it. It sounded cool. Never made one before. Well, I'll let you know I'm not that unimportant, and that your work does matter. Not sure you should drink it all so fast. Just chugs the whole thing, Jesus. So, how was it? It was good, I guess. It'll help me calm down a bit, I think. Are you alright? Yeah, I guess you were telling the truth. Sorry about that. No problem. If I were you, I'd have probably reacted the same way. I should apologize for my last comment, too. It came out as insensitive. I guess I'll stay for a while. I need to get my thoughts in order. Can you tell me how I got here? My boss found you unconscious and brought you here for safekeeping. And you were asleep until that car crash outside. I see. I guess it's better to wake up here than on the streets stripped of clothes, dignity, and/or organs. How did you fall unconscious? Were you tired? Sick? I guess I'm sick, but I'd rather not talk about it. Is it narcolepsy? It could be narcolepsy, that would make sense. Of course. I'll tell you what, your drinks are on the house tonight. Why would you do that? Consider it an apology, on behalf of everyone here for all the trouble we caused you. Also, something tells me you might need another drink right now. Yeah, you might be right. Okay then. I'll take you on your offer. I'll have a piano man. Will you be fine? Yeah, I just gulped the last one, so I want to enjoy this one. Coming right up then. You don't- she's asking for a piano man. You don't see women asking for a piano man every day. Huh. I mean, I guess there is piano woman. Piano man is 2 aldehyde, 3 Bronson, 5 powdered, 5 flangeride, 3... Okay. On the rocks and mixed. This drink does not represent the opinions of the Bar Pianist Union or its associates. Bruh. Okay. Aldehyde, aldehyde, Bronson, Bronson, Bronson. Oh god, there's a lot in this. Okay. 5 powdered. 5 flangeride? Bro! Sour Promo Strong, and 3 Karmatrine. On the ice, and mixed. That's a fancy looking glass. I kinda like the look of that. Here you go. Yeah, this is the one. My dad used to drink these before an actual pianist attempted to kill... That was a fucking smack to the face. Jesus, you left me reeling for a few seconds there. What did he do? Or what did he do, your dad? I mean, to provoke the pianist like that. Wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. He was relaxing in a bar when suddenly the pianist leapt off the stage and started punching him. Are you sure this wasn't an assassination attempt? Because, like, that sounds like that shit was targeted. Some say he was off his meds and that my dad looked like some music critic that had bashed him. I still hold my stance that he just got too excited. Jazz does that to you. Wait, hold on. I gotta wrap that up in a nice little ball for a moment here, because you just said that you, rather than assume the pianist was a little crazy in attacking your dad, you think that Jazz just got him too excited and he started, like, lunging at your dad and beating his fucking face in. Like, do you not get along with your dad? Is that, like, is that where this lands you? Or are you just fucking crazy? I mean, I can do crazy, right? I ain't got a problem with crazy. It's kind of like in my modus operandi. But like, I'd like to understand what the fuck is going on, because you're taking me through the world's most loop-de-loop roller coaster ever. I see. The Piano Man has an interesting story. It was originally created by... Wait, really? Oh shit. It was originally created by a bartender in honor of a pianist friend of his that had just died. So it's like a Jackie Wells. Apparently it mixes all the flavors said friend liked the most. Oh, that's nice. So this is how it feels to go for a drink at the end of a long, hard day of work. I'm not sure if I like the fact that I'm falling into that. Where do you work, Miss... Call me Kim. I don't know if I can say I work yet, though I'm still just an intern. Can I ask where? Have you heard of a newspaper called The Augment... Oh my god, she's a fucking intern at The Augmented Eye? Okay. Huh. Seems everyone works for that fucking place. I read it every morning, in fact. Donovan D. Dawson was here earlier. I knew I smelled his nasty cologne. You don't like him? That bastard leaves his reek wherever he goes. So, you believe me? I do. God, you have no idea how much I hate that chauvinistic horseblower. Harsh words. The worst part is that I kind of admire the way he does stuff. He's so forceful about the things he wants that people have it done before they realize what's going on. He even got a pizza delivery boy to work server maintenance. A full week passed before the pizza shop asked where the hell he was. And would you believe it, the guy became decent at server maintenance despite having zero previous experience. It's kind of admirable, but at the same time, I hate his guts. Ugh. Knowing that I have to work for him, it's... Ugh! Why are you working there, then? Did I ask something I shouldn't have? No. Don't fret about it. I'd rather not talk about it, though. Fair enough. What's your name, bartender? Jinx. Call me Jinx. Is it hard to be a bartender, Jinx? I guess it's, you know, as hard as being a cook somewhere. You keep going through the motions while trying to provide something of quality. All while answering the whimsy of people's orders. I think the hardest part is dealing with the chemical hazards some people might leave behind. Why? At one point, I almost thought about being a bartender. But I was afraid they'd make me wear skimpy clothes and dance or something. You've got to get your head out of the gutter. You are the one holding it there, lady. Let's just say this. Bear spray or a banana peel, right? If someone does something you don't like, give them one of those two. Here we go again. Well, it depends on where you start working, you know? I guess I was lucky Valhalla didn't end up being a tacky disco overseen by a DJ with an afro. My boss just wanted a comfy place, I think. Your boss sounds like an interesting person. What with wanting to put me somewhere safe and all that. She is. She's so cool and collected, but has no qualms about showing excitement about stuff. Sure, she's been a bit tense the last couple days, but even then, when you're with her, everything just kind of feels under control. She also has this mechanical arm. I have no idea how she got it, but... Starts writing a fanfiction furiously about the mechanical arm and how she got it. Sorry, I got carried away. It was fun to see you break the wise bartender character you're using here. I do that? It'd be nice to meet this boss of yours sometime and thank her. Shall I call her? She'd be glad to hear you're okay. Oh no, I shouldn't pester. Okay, get this fucking song. It's such a stark difference between those two. Oh no, I shouldn't pester her that way. And besides, it's getting late and I don't want to abuse your generosity. You can ask for another one, although I don't know how much alcohol you can handle. I think I can handle another drink. 1 brandtini, please. Coming right up. She wants a brandtini. Yeah. That. I wonder if martini is, like, copywritten. I bet you it is, and that's why they called it brandtini. Brandtini is 6 aldehyde, 3 powdered, 1 cartamine, aged and mixed. So, I wish there was a, like, quick drop-in for the, for these bad boys. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 1 cartamine. She just wants something light, so it makes sense. Aged and mixed. There you go. Yep, this seems like the stuff. Cheers. Hey, Jinx, was this job like a lifelong dream or something? Not really. Just kinda happened, you know. You get shot in the chest right outside with the owner there, and he like grabs you, brings you in, does a blood transfusion to keep you alive. It's just kind of where the thread of fate leads. One thing led to another, and bam, bartending. Do you regret not fulfilling a dream? The only dream I can remember is being passionate about. The only dream I can remember being passionate about was buying a model Warrior Julian arcade machine. Can't say I've given up on that one yet, but alas, adult stuff needs to be paid for first. You've never had a dream you wanted to chase? Not really. I mean, most of my dreams have been silly things or... Huh? Those are the definition of dreams, Jel. Have been silly things or childish dreams. Childish dreams? That's what I'm saying, there's no such thing. Having a room where every piece of furniture talks, being a model warrior... None of... I mean, if you want it, then why not chase it? You could become one of the new figures for the new model warrior line or whatever. Like, there's a million things you could do. Oh, childish dreams, yeah. I remember I wanted to live in a koi pond when I was 7. The fish seemed to be having a blast to me. So, no dreams? None that I feel particularly motivated to chase, other than streaming, no. I mean, I'm fascinated by AIs, but I just couldn't find it in me to study that. So, I picked something I found nice and moved on. And somewhere along the way, I became a bartender. I see. Finally! Those dogs left a mess I'm not gonna forget about anytime soon. It literally took him all fucking day to clean that. That's crazy. I mean, how the hell did they throw toilet paper out the window? Oh, a client. Good night, ma'am. Jill. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm actually gonna start replacing this with Jinx. Jinx, I'm gonna leave early. I need to take care of the smell clinging to my body. Sure. Who is he? A ghost. Nobody you should worry about. Oh. I heard that. Why were you asking all those questions? Because, now that I think about it, I don't really have a dream job or anything like that. I think we idealize the idea of a dream job too much. Not everyone walks around with a clear idea of what they want in life. Some take a liking to a job, others find it after many failed attempts. Sometimes life takes an unexpected turn that makes you change your plans. What I mean is, don't worry too much about it. Maybe you're right. Well, I'm gonna take my leave now. Thank you for everything. Of course. Don't exhaust yourself to the point you pass out in the fucking streets again, because I can't guarantee you my boss is gonna run into you. Please thank your boss on my behalf. Bye. Thank you and come again. And that is it. Are we done for the night? Dude, I just realized she's wearing a fucking tie and a... We found an... Bro. The parallels. The parallels! Seems like it. Where's Gil? And where's the girl that was here? Gil cleaned the bathroom and left because he stank. Kim woke up, had a couple of drinks, and left. So she's called Kim. How did she look to you? How was she? She was freaked out when she woke up, but she managed to calm down. Are you worried about her? Wouldn't you be? I don't know. Hey boss, do you feel like calling you boss is too impersonal? Not really, no. It's not like you call me that because I'm a stranger, just out of habit. Oh. Anyway, you're free to go after you've finished washing up the glasses. Let me transfer you today's payment. Maybe I'll give Gil a small bonus for dealing with the bathroom. Hell yeah. Oh, an extra for helping the girl calm down. Flawless service bonus. Ooh. Hell yeah, baby. So, drinks alone was 2,400. I got 700 payment, 700 tips, 500 flawless service, 500 helping calm down. Oh, but some of these things are subtracted. So I earned 2,488. Okay. God, why is this... You don't see that I don't have a membership to anything, let alone something as sus as being called Shining Fingered. I don't even know where you would find something like that. Okay, I need 800 by the 17th. Jill is lost in thought about a hollow plant. Buying it will prevent her from getting too distracted? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. We're unlocking more mechanics? That's super sick. You can now browse Danger/U and visit J.C. Elton's. Dude, I love this fucking game. What do we got here? Kirai Miki? Hold on, where's the... She wanted the fake plant, right? What? Literally, it widowy ain't even heal. Hollow plant. Wait. Hold on. Is it here? Dangerous opinions? Oh boy. I don't think that's a place I need to be spending too much time if it's full of just a bunch of hatred. Hollow plant. There it is. In memory of a real potted plant. Sold. So is that in my... Oh, it is! It's right here! That's sick, dude! Oh my god, I love our character. Jill is literally a mirror of me. And dude, that's so sick. Oh my god. Like, just from a perspective of, like, narrativity and, like, quality of story and whatnot, and, like, it properly portraying archetypes and things like that narratively, it is such a, like, heartwarming thing to see other things in similar styles to my lore have these parallels. Because that just means that I'm doing it right in my eyes. I fucking love this. Ghost... Bro. This is amazing. Although, it is a little early here, however, my voice is getting very rough, and I'm getting kinda tired, I won't lie. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's broadcast here. This game is so much fucking fun, man. I am 100% gonna try and get this, like, game 100% completed. Or not, like, necessarily everything, but, like... What's the word for it? I want to finish this game, so we're definitely gonna play more of it down the line. Although we've got a few other games that I didn't schedule this week that I'm gonna probably schedule next week, and we probably won't have this game next week, just because I think like 1 or 2 more episodes and in a couple of our other series, and we'll finally open up that slot. That being said though, thank you Lackeys all for coming out to tonight's broadcast. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a bloody great night. Just, you know, don't let the, whatever the name of that... no, it's not ketamine. Just don't let the, whatever the alcoholic drink ingredient in this damn game is, bite. Because it's strong. Don't get whatever the hell that one was that was like fucking pure ethanol. Bye, love y'all.